How does he do it? Alright, I got a new bottle of water. I got granola bars. I'm ready to play the game. So I'm in the ship. So there's a good chance I get to fight Colress today, and that means I get to listen to Colress's music, and Colress's music is one of my favorite in the entire series. And if I'm lucky, I get to hear it twice. So look forward to that. Alright, we're in the boat. It occurs to me that what I said made me look worse than I had intended. I don't have ships. I don't participate in ships. I don't particularly care about them, but I've never like actively turned down something because the characters in it were like not characters I shipped, right? I don't know how to explain myself here. Basically, I don't care if you want to make shit fix. I do not give a single fuck. And if they're well written, or you know, they don't even have to be that well written. As long as they're not like awful, then you go ahead, have fun, do whatever you want. And if you read them and enjoy them, that's great. I hate this. I'm stuck. There's a doctor on that ship. I don't know where, and I'm scared to walk in a room and find out. Maybe I should just go back and do it anyway. You know what? Cock! Yeah, I'm more about the character interactions. It doesn't necessarily need to lead to romance. I mean, I'm a sucker for that anyway because, well, I guess I'm just that kind of guy. If you ever watch anything with the romance tag, like I need it to end properly. I don't like shows that don't end with the proper like conclusion to it, like at all. It's really annoying. But yeah, I'm more interested in the character development of two characters and their relationship, rather than, you know, who exactly it is, as long as it's natural, I suppose. There's some pair-ups. Pretty sure there's a whole Donboru tag of it for weird ships. And I know this specifically because one of the first images I ever saw under that tag was a picture of Ronald McDonald and Miku. I have it on my computer. I was impressed, really, that somebody drew that. It was great. There's like a mashup between them or something. Don't what me, just search it up yourself. Google Ronald McDonald x Hatsune Miku and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. No cap. But yeah, there's a few interesting things. I saw Quakuma and Orin before. Satori and Patchouli. I was like, what? Okay. Like again, I don't really have any problem with it. I don't really give a flying fuck what you choose to do. But like if you can make something like that work, then all the power to you, right? I was too quick with that. That's because it was the only example I have right away, because it stuck out in my mind. Can you really blame me for that though? Of course it stuck out in my mind. There was a picture of Ronald McDonald and Hatsune Miku having a tender moment. How could I not see that and be like, well, shit, bro. I've seen like Satori and Patchy, Satori and Remilia because they're older sisters. I guess Patchy and Satori because they're both bookworms. But you know, there's a lot of characters, and you can kind of just do what you want. Like I've even seen Yamame and Rumia, which Yamame and Rumia, I don't really know how much sense that makes, but if you can make it cute, then whatever, it's cute. That's all I really need, right? Where's the doctor? There's gotta be like a bed or something I can use, right? But like, I'd like to find the heal spot sooner rather than later. Slack off? Well, let me crack open this cold one. It's just water, don't worry. I don't have any alcohol in here. Eternity X Okina. Never heard of it. When you get to the new characters, it's a little harder to find obscure ones. The newer characters only really involve the characters you'd expect to, like Yashie and Yashie, Keiki, Mayumi, and Saki. Those are the 4 characters from 17 that, like, really are used in anything related to those, like, individual pairings, right? Now, you can say Okina x Rukoto is a thing, but in actuality, it's not a thing. Just because one person made it doesn't make it a thing, alright? Again, you can do whatever you want. No stopping you there. But you can't just call it a thing because one mad lad went ahead and did it. I say 1, but 5 people used it. I have no idea what those 2 characters could possibly have in common for that kind of thing. But whatever. It was on the list, but potential list for Animal Crossing weddings. What the fuck happened? Oh, there's a doctor. If Team Plasma takes over the world, there should be fewer Pokemon injured. There really is just a fucking doctor over here. Are fan creations canon unless it contradicts them or something like that? No. You're half right there, but on Zun's stance, but not with the fan content. That's his stance on PC98 content. Zun has stated that everything that takes place in the PC98 game, so everything between Toho 1 to 5, is canon, but if at any point it's contradicted by Windows, then the Windows era is what's canon. So essentially that means everything is canon until Zun says something that contradicts himself, and he's like, oh no, the Windows is now canon. So it's kind of like a fail-safe thing that he did, where he'll always be correct on his interpretation, because even if he forgets something or just doesn't care to like fact check it with the old stuff, that it's like, okay, it's canon anyway. And you know, I say that like he's gonna fact check his own work from 20 years ago. I'm not that conceited of an asshole. But it's just more of like so like if he says something that contradicts something that happened in those games, then well, then it's just gonna be that way. And I guess it makes sense because he has a lot of lore he has to keep up on. So sometimes contradictions and plot holes happen, right? But it has nothing to do with fan works. It's just Zun doesn't have much of like Zun doesn't really have anything that goes against fan works. You can just kind of do whatever you want, but everybody understands that it's fan-made. It's fan works, right? You've made a story. If you say Marissa likes committing tax fraud, then that's fine. If that's the Marissa you want to portray, that's all on you. But that doesn't mean that Marissa in the actual Gensokyo is a known tax evader, right? It's the same deal with all the relationships. Listen, I'm just gonna say it. People are fucking suckers for girl on girl. And when the entirety of this universe is girl on girl, you do the math. However, just because everybody is totally into that, alright, doesn't mean that Zun's gonna come out of the woodwork and be like, by the way, this is canon. Zun has never bothered with any character's sexuality in any way, shape, or form because none of it has ever mattered to any of Toho as a whole. That's why Toho characters and fanworks can be whatever you want them to be, because there's nothing telling you otherwise. There you go. Have fun with that. Girl on girl makes the big money, baby! But you get my point? The fans are capable of doing things that the main creator will never really do, and then the fans benefit from it because the fans have multiple different fans with multiple different things that they like. Maybe you like this character, maybe you like that character, maybe you like the idea of this character and that character together, you know, so there's nothing in the series that's ever like going to contradict those, I suppose. So you can just enjoy what you want to enjoy. The whole idea Whoa, that's an albino Torterra. Holy shit. He might kill me, but we'll see what I can do. Yeah, the actual, like, lore of Toho is pretty cool. But, like, fanworks are free to explore a more soft-hearted or even sometimes a more dark spin on it, which is perfectly fine. Me, personally, I really like Gensokyo, the Gensokyo that Zun has created, because I think it's a good balance of realistic and also fun and lighthearted. But then some people will make fanworks that are 100% sugary sweet, and I'm 100% a sucker for those, because those are fun. And then some people will make the ones that are really dark and sad and unfortunate, and you know, that's your cup of tea, that's your cup of tea kind of deal. What do I want to do here? Yes, steel moves. No crockery. I don't know if bug resists steel. I may have just made a mistake. Oh, fine, whatever. Ow. We're fine, we're fine. So, like, in actual Gensokyo, you have Aya, right? Aya comes down, she's got a bright personality, she's always trying to get a scoop for a paper, and she can be a bit sneaky as well. But then in fanworks, I thought Bug maybe resisted steel. I've made a mistake. So then in fanworks, Aya can be like, what the fuck? Aya can be portrayed at a lot more of a lighthearted scenario. And it's not too far off from her actual personality, I don't think, but you know, it's just a little more exaggerated to fit the more fun, happy, fun time feeling behind it, I suppose. All right, where's the load state? That's from August 16th. Yeah, this looks familiar. All right, let's see. I'm going here. Mammo with EQ. Yeah, no, yes, I know, but the problem is Flash Cannon would have killed Mammo because I've been in that exact situation with Magnezone before. And it has Sturdy. And if it didn't have Sturdy, then it would have worked out, but I didn't really want to risk it. And I did not know for sure if Bug resisted Steel or not, so that's why I went with Armaldo. In other words, I made a bad play, but that's okay, because we all make mistakes. What am I doing here? That is the question. You have the whole Tengu society that's highly authoritarian and class structured. Yep, the Tengu are quite an interesting prospect themselves, but you know, in fanworks, they don't have to be that. They don't have to be that uppity. You can have fun with characters. You can make them. You can have them be real lax, right? Momiji's not allowed to lead the mountain because Momiji's a White Wolf Tengu. Hatate doesn't have permission to lead the mountain either. Only, as far as we know, the only character... Wow, that is a nice Rapidash. Like, I'm pretty sure I is the only one we really ever see regularly leave the mountain. But, you know, in fanworks, well, fucking everyone gets a travel visa. Anyone can go anywhere they want, no restriction. What is my plan here? I don't know. That's the kind of Rapidash that the Headless Horseman rides in on. Ooh, close. I'm of the belief that they're really, you know, there's not really a wrong or right way to write a character, because some characters can exaggerate certain personality traits that you want to roll with. Chad, I don't remember if my Machamp has Guts or No Guard. Pretty sure it has Guts. I have to check. Oh, he did have No Guard. Whoops. Well, there goes Dynamic Punch. But I do have... You know what? Cross Chop's fine. Cross Chop... Cross chop's the same power and can crit. And I don't need confusion anyway, because confusion is for babies. Alright? Confusion is for baby boys. However, I completely forgot that I had no guard because I was avoiding using cross chop in danger of missing. So, yeah. I guess that would explain why Blizzard hit me twice from Bear Tick. Alright, carry on. I could have swore I had guts this whole time, though. Almost. Oh, fight's over now anyway. Goodbye, baby. Like what I was saying, like I believe that there's not really any terribly wrong way to write a character, but I do believe if you want to write a story with a character, you should definitely make the character. You should definitely make sure the character you're using kind of like fits within a believable mold for them. I'm now realizing that these sections are inverted from each other, so now I need to get a password for this game, whereas I needed a password for the previous section in the other game. So like, what I mean by that is if you have a situation, if you want to write a scenario for Marissa, then it's probably going to be a scenario that works with her existing character traits, right? But if you just start making up character traits to go along with her to fit your story, you're probably a bit better off just using a different character. In Forbidden Scrollery, show Aya's duty as a Tengu to make sure the yokai groups don't have an advantage over them in the human village. Well, actually, I think Aya is trying to get, I think the Tengu are trying to get control of the human village. Because controlling the human village is basically the same as controlling Gensokyo. Because the human village is essentially the lifeline of all yokai in the entirety of Gensokyo. So whatever yokai actually has control over it, controls the whole entire place. So that's also why Okina comes out until 16. It's because Okina sees the Tengu as trying to infringe on territory where they shouldn't. So she comes out as a warning to the Tengu to back the fuck off. And you know, Aya sets out in that game to write an article about it, but in the end she ends up not publishing the article because she's afraid of what would happen. She's afraid of how the people would react if they read what Okina told her. That's one of the few times that she willingly chose to not publish an article. I believe the only other time is when she wrote the entirety of Alternative Facts in Eastern Utopia and was like, this is trash and it will never see the light of day. There we go. Brave has character in the manga and then people hate it. I continue to be confused by that, honestly. I don't really understand how Reimu developing character traits made people upset. I don't get that. Because as far as Reimu was in the games, she was sassy, sure. But she was John Tuhu. She showed up, she had magical powers, and she beat everyone up. But then in the written works, where she was no longer... She didn't really have to go out and beat the shit out of everything that lived and breathed. She was just her and her average life, and it turns out she's a greedy, opportunistic person who's very lazy. And I like that about her. That Vespa actually, kind of a gross shade of green, but it works really well at the same time. Okina is a cool character. I 100% agree. I very much want more of her. Okina as a character didn't really do much for me in the games. Like, I understood she was powerful for sure, but in the written works, she shows up for one chapter in Wildhorn Hermit and like 3 chapters in Sengetsusei, and those few chapters that she makes herself known is like insane. Like, she has so much presence despite only being there for a short amount of time, and that makes me want to see more of her overall. Alright, let's see here. I forgot Hand Puppet was dead the whole time. There we go. Okina is a character I would like to see more done with, for sure. Just because she's her powers and status are obviously relevant to Gensokyo, but as it is, she hasn't really done a whole lot of anything. But the few times we have seen her have made me think I want to see more of this character for sure. Same with Eternity. Eternity is one of the more interesting Stage 1 bosses I've ever seen. There's just so much like hidden lore to her, even though she's just a bug fairy. It makes me really curious as to what her hidden secret that she may or may not have is. I don't know how much more I'd want to see of Hikatia. We've seen plenty of Clown though. That's alright, sandstone-y looking Steelix. Like Clown, I like Clown's character a lot because she's still a fairy, and she brags about how hell is, but like she still get that level of intelligence to her, right? So I like watching her. Hikatia doesn't show up very much, but when she shows up, she's pretty interesting. Still, there hasn't. The only issue I take with Hikatia is how infrequent she has shown up, and how she hasn't really done anything. But Zun has claimed that she's like the strongest character in the canon, which, you know, I don't really mind that much. But I would like to actually see her do something that would make me think that, wow, okay, I understand that claim. She's referred to, you know, she's earned her title as like Goddess of Hell from her strength for sure, but we still haven't really seen her do anything that would make you think, wow, okay, that's how she earned that title. Also, this Starmie looks really cool. I actually really like that. Super green. She does get along well with Clown. Her and Clown have a good relationship, which is good. It's just like, I've never been a fan of characters who are strong for the sake of being strong, and you don't actually ever get to see them, you know, you don't get to see them become strong. And granted, that doesn't really happen for anything in Toho anyway, so that's a moot thing to say. But it's also, in this case, more so that aside from the extra stage in Toho 15, Hikatia hasn't really done anything that made you think, oh yeah, she's got power, alright. The other characters show up and do things, like Okina. Okina's a good example of this. Okina's in the game as an extra stage boss and a stage 6 boss, right? Okina shows up in a few different ways. She shows up in Wildhorn Hermit during a get-together where she just shows up at the shrine casually and is like, yo, remember that incident I did that I caused? The side effect literally gave life to different characters, and it's like, oh shit, you're right. that's pretty crazy. And then in Sengetsu-sei, she's like, don't fuck with my Gensokyo, or it's not gonna be pretty, right? Like, she shows up, she drops that bomb, and it's like, oh god, all right, she fucks. She fucks for sure. And there's also in Curiosities, Okina herself isn't there, but when Marissa is explaining the incident of Toho 16 to Rinosuke, she's hesitant to do so, and Rinosuke's not sure why. And then when Marissa finally explains it, it's basically like, yeah, so she basically just like created different hotspots for the different seasons, and in the process like gave life to new yokai. And the fact that all of that just kind of happened, and that most of that incident was actually just a side effect of the main incident, had Rinosuke go like, oh shit, yeah, I see why you didn't want to talk about that. Like, telling people that would probably raise some worry. Like, that's how strong she is. That the incident she caused had a secondary effect that was that huge. And it's like, oh, I understand why. I now fully understand how and why this character is as strong as they are and what they do. But I don't think Hikatia has gotten anything quite like that yet. That's all. I understand she showed up a few times. She's been an instructor for Clown, and she told Clown, she tried to like do something for the closing, the final, what do you call it? The final arc in the Sengetsu-sei, which, by the way, Sengetsu-sei has always been pretty lighthearted and followed the fairies, but the fairies in that Sengetsu-sei, the final arc of that is actually pretty serious. considering the material for the other entries. 17.5 hopefully comes out at the end of this month. Mostly. Suika and Yugi, they're really strong. But they're I don't know how to best explain them. Like, Suika doesn't really play nice with Danmaku, and Yugi holds back. But like, you can clearly tell. You can kind of just tell how strong they are. There's also the fact that the Tengu and the Kappa both respect them and understand that like the Oni were their boss, right? And we know how the Tengu are, and to a lesser extent the Kappa. We know how that hierarchy works. So the fact that the Tengu will see someone like Suika or Yugi and be like, oh shit, how do you do? And like, you know, be on their best behavior. That's a pretty good indicator that they're strong. Not to mention the idea of their Danmaku is like all strength. And I mean, if you look at Yugi, she's like 6'5", and she's probably like 230 pounds of pure muscle. And well, she could probably squeeze you into paste. And well, maybe I'm just okay with that. All right. My point is, she's a big lady and she's got muscles for days. So it's quite obvious that she's strong. Oni have a reputation for being strong, and the way they conduct themselves, the way others treat them, and the method of their attacks kind of adds to that. And again, I just don't think Hakatia has anything going for her yet that does that. Also, this Typhlosion, almost cool. The fire is great. Why he looked like mint, I don't know. I think we just need something. We need Hakatia to do something. It's kind of like my issue with Kaneko, is that Kaneko is a schemer behind the scenes who always seems to be involved in something. But since she's never actually like directly present, it never really feels like she's there or doing anything. So I think Hakatia needs a situation like the others where she will show up, she will do something, and it will become clear. And I say that, but at the same time, she did also trap the entirety of the moon within the dream tunnel, which that is obviously no small feat. I understand that. The fact that she went and did that is pretty insane. Don't get me wrong, I get that. But I guess I'm just looking for a little bit more to her character to kind of like attach to that, right? That's obviously a big deal. Like, Junko hates the moon people, right? I don't blame her. And so Junko attacked the moon people. There's not much about Junko either, but for some reason when I think of Junko, I just feel like when I see that character, I think, yeah, that's a big deal character, right? That's a strong character. The embodiment, she is an embodiment of pure hatred towards Lunarians. Like, you can just kind of feel that, right? She gives off that kind of aura to her. Maybe it's Hakatia's outfit that's killing it for me. Like, if she didn't dress like a goofball, I could take her more seriously. I don't know. Maybe my own bias is the problem here at this point. Rhetorical. I don't need Hakatia to do anything serious. I just need her to do something that makes me think, oh yeah, you're not fucking around. Like, you are strong, right? That kind of thing. And again, I know what she did to for the extra stage in 15, but I feel like I need a little bit more to that. There's just something about her character that I can't take, I just don't take as seriously as others, which I think is more of a me problem than anything. I don't think Junko's really ever to come back, because Junko is, you know, she's pure hatred, right? Pure furies. She is, in essence, a pure being, which means her motivations are probably very single-minded, which means it's probably hard to bring her into anything at all. Unless it involves fucking with the moon people, right? Reforming the whole of hell, enough of a power move that the region might make, right? Well, she didn't reform it, right? But she's obviously regarded as so strong that she's considered a goddess of hell. So her title adds to that for sure. She wanted to reform hell with the help of the fairies from Gensokyo. That was part of her plan. Yeah, I'm starting to think this is more of a me issue than anything. I think Akati has given enough examples. Maybe I just got rubbed the wrong way because Zun was just like, yeah, this is the strongest character. So I was like, why? I guess I just don't like hearing that from the horse's mouth. Because we know which characters are strong and whatnot, right? But when John Creator himself is like, this character is the strongest because I said so, it's like, oh, well, come on now. Earn it a little bit there. I feel like all the other characters, because Zun didn't say anything about them, you can gauge their power level within, you know, I say power level, but you get what I mean. You can gauge how strong they are within universe, but for Katia, it's like you're instantly going to see her as number one because Zun said so, and then you're going to immediately question why if that's the case instead of building your own, like, reasoning behind it. Also, thank you, Marge, for the resub. I cannot believe Flesh survived the Stone Edge from the Cockholder either. No fucking way that happened in a real match. Alright, well I switched to this guy because I don't have an answer to Metagross. I dislike Okina mostly because of how Chirno got treated in her game. Chirno didn't get treated very well, did she? From what I remember, Chirno, even when Chirno, like, you know, wins, she doesn't really win that game, does she? Alright, now the plan is to feel pain. The writing was just nasty for her. She was probably included to show off the whole, you know, power building kind of thing, Tan Chirno and whatnot. But I can understand why it wasn't nice to her, because fairies aren't really treated with a lot of respect anyway. They're thought of as to be, you know, children in both, like, power level and mind. And even though Chirno keeps, like, you know, pressing forward, no one really gives her any respect, which I guess is expected, but at the same time, it kind of sucks to see for her. Fairy racism is fucked up. Well, to be fair, the fairies, sometimes the fairies of, they build their own reputation, right? Akio fucking hates them. Akio goes in her book and just writes up, absolute slander all over the place. Yeah, fairies, they cause harmless pranks. Actually, cross that out. Those little fuckers are the most obnoxious little pieces of shit I've ever seen. I once watched them steal a mother's stroller and push a baby down a hill. Evil little creatures. Like, damn, chill, Aki, what'd they do? Like, tie your shoelaces together? Will they roll you down a hill? What do they do to you? They're just kids having fun. Zun gave Chirno a tan, but he gave a reason within game for it, which makes it interesting to me. Kind of loops back to how I like when Zun includes characters in the game and makes a believable reason for them. Chirno was in the game because Chirno was affected by the incident directly as a fairy, and also was able to showcase some of the effects of the incident on her body through her tan, right? So Chirno being a playable character in that game makes sense for those multiple reasons there, right? Which is great. I like that. Aya as well, because it seems that Okina seems to be a god that is, like, directly opposes Tengu, and the fact that Okina seems to have stepped out of the shadows as a way to tell the Tengu to kind of, like, chill the fuck out, because they're overstepping their boundaries, so it makes sense that Aya is involved in the game as well. That's what I like about Zun's scenario writing. Obviously, so, you know, the character comes back that's been in games before, then that popularity is hard to ignore for that, but, like, I like that it's never just a matter of who's gonna be in this game. Oh, Saki is back because Saki hasn't been in a game in a while. But it's like, oh, Saki is back, and here's the reason why Saki is back, and it's like, oh, okay, that makes sense. That kind of thing. I like that. Lily is the bane for all people with pollen allergies. Alright, you watch what you say there. Capture her in a bottle, and then you'll have infinite spring. Truly, it's a magnificent feature. Have I done everything here? I don't really know. Well, I don't know the extent of Fairy's pranks. Remember, Akio is a bit of you know, she exaggerates a little bit. You know how she is. She said Moko was a descendant from a ninja clan. She said Sakuya is a vampire hunter, which, you know, that's a popular fan theory anyway. But what Akio writes in the book isn't exactly super canon, which is interesting because on one hand, I like that the Gensokyo Chronicle is written from the perspective of a human within the universe, but on the other hand, it also means that some of the entries within it are dubiously canon at best. So, like, if Zun writes information on a character, that's fact, right? That's 100% fact. But if Akio writes information on a character, there's probably a lot of truth to it, but I believe that Akio also intentionally exaggerates yokai abilities to make humans fear them, because that's her role in all of it, right? That's what's important about her role. So yokai in her book, even if they're a low threat level, they're going to paint yokai in a way that's like, oh, you probably shouldn't get too close to them because they are capable of, you know, fucking you up in some way, shape, or form. So she just, you know, she wants to keep humans and yokai in that sense, right? But also give them information so they can be wary, right? That kind of thing. So Akio's role in it all makes sense as to why the Gensokyo Chronicle is written the way it is, even if it's a little... Oh, fuck. Akio was asked by the yokai to exaggerate about them. Where was she asked that? Where did she have time to interact with yokai about that one? Akio is one of the few humans who understands the balance of Gensokyo. Which makes sense because she's, you know, she's one of the Hieda. The Hieda have been around for like 10 generations, so she's been around as long as Gensokyo's creation. And even earlier than that, so she probably has a good grasp on how things work and why they work the way they do. And so she follows her role properly. And now we fly! She interviews them? I don't think so. I don't believe that she's ever interviewed any yokai. She's pretty frail, so I'm pretty sure she just writes everything based on what she's been told by others that can, you know, talk to her from incidents like Marissa and Reimu, as well as from previous knowledge from other characters or other Hiedas, right? I guess in Symposium and Post-Mysticism, she does have a gathering with Miko, Byakuren, and Marissa, to which you actually get a lot of information from Miko and Byakuren, which gives a lot of character development to them. But it also, at the same time, functions as a second part of the Chronicle, which is great. Symposium of Post-Mysticism is very good, by the way, because it's more of the Gensokyo Chronicle. Perfect Memento in a strict sense, but there's also a story there that gives more lore to Miko and Byakuren. I need the... What am I looking for right now? I guess I just need to find buttons, huh? Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. I declare no more. Damn it. 2. Okay, good. I hate this. I'm pretty sure Akio and Yukari have interacted before, though. Which it would make sense that they did, considering, you know, one's a sage of Gensokyo and the other one is the chronicler, right? So they probably had to interact in some way, shape, or form. Can't you just fly over the electric barriers? What do you think this is, Tuhu? Huh? Excuse me? You think I can just fly willy-nilly like I got nothing else? What are you thinking over there? Did it, I win. Poog champ. There we go. Let's get out of here. Again, I like the style that the Perfect Memento in strict sense is written in. And I'm pretty sure Zun even mentioned it. I think he mentioned it in the afterword, how he wanted to, you know, he wanted to write something of a glossary or index of the different characters, but he didn't think it would be very interesting if he just made it like, if he just made it like a regular, just like profile list of characters and stuff. So he decided to create a character in universe who would do that, and that's how Aku was made. And I'll be real with you, I really like Aku. Although, to be perfectly honest, chat, I think Aku shines brighter in Forbidden Scrollery than she does in either of her books. But I also think that's just because the nature of Forbidden Scrollery gives her a lot more, like, ability to, you know, show up and react. But she's just as much as a character as Kozusu is in that, for me. I really like how they handle her character in that series. You don't have the sense to know when to quit. It's an act of mercy on my part to bring this to an end. Dude, how many times do we have to battle? Wait on. Chat. Question. Who's better? Kozusu or Aku? Me? Personally? I like Aku. I like them both, don't get me wrong. But I think I like Aku more. It's looking kind of split, actually. Might be a little more Aku. Kozusu felt more like a side character. I can't fully agree with that, but she did have to share the limelight with a few different characters, so I understand why you would feel that way. Like, Mamizo, Reimu, of course, because it's Reimu, Aku herself. There were quite a few characters that were kind of like a focal point throughout Forbidden Scrollery. And while a lot of the events of that kind of stemmed from Suzanon, Kozusu herself, you know, she wasn't prevalent in every single, like, chapter. But she was the main focus character, I think. But yeah, I guess, compared to some other characters, her impact was weak overall. I can understand why you feel that way. Oh yeah, Aya's also in there as well. There are a few characters who end up getting involved with it. The part I really like about Forbidden Scrollery is how it sheds some light on the state of Gensokyo as a whole. Because Forbidden Scrollery is where you learn about the whole human village idea and how there's like a power struggle between all the yokai to hold it kind of deal, right? That kind of thing. That's what makes Forbidden Scrollery interesting to me, is the entirety of the main premise of it is about the human village and why it exists and why humans feel the way they do. Because Kozusu ends up like questioning why exactly humans and yokai have to exist in the way they do. And Kozusu ends up becoming, I say becoming, but like she's not really afraid of yokai. She's more curious about them than afraid. And she wonders why it's not like that for a lot of other people. And then it's like, then she starts getting the business, the rundown. So I like that aspect of her character. It kind of reminds me of how, you know, I guess it kind of be like how a human would interact. I say human, but like, not like one of us. But like if a human went over to Gensokyo from the outside world and they saw yokai, they'd probably be like, oh shit, right? But then they would probably be more curious about them than afraid, because they wouldn't just immediately think, oh god, they're gonna kill me, right? So it's kind of like that. That's the kind of perspective that she shines on it, and I think it's a very natural perspective. Even though she herself was born in Gensokyo, right? She was born in Gensokyo, she was taught that yokai are scary creatures, but due to her ability and her collection of books and stuff, she ends up becoming more fascinated by them more than afraid. And that's what makes watching her interesting. As she grows and interacts with yokai, she doesn't know are yokai. And like, you know, Reimu and Marissa are well aware of it, so they keep an eye on the store so nothing really bad happens to her, because she seems so She seems like the prime target to get tricked because of her fascination with yokai and, you know, her being in possession of Yoma books and stuff like that. Whereas, then you got Sumireko. Oh boy, here he goes. Here he goes. He said the forbidden 4 syllables. Sumireko shows up from the outside world. I was like, yo, yeet fam amogus. Oh, God. And she just doesn't seem to, like, give a single flying fuck about what a yokai is at all. She just has absolutely zero grasp on why people are afraid of them. There's absolutely nothing there. She's just 100% like, oh shit, you're like a tanuki, yo! And you know what? That is more of a believable thing from an outside world perspective, I think. Like, I can't say for sure because I've never, I have no idea what the password is. I hope it's restaurant. I actually don't know. Oh, fuck, it's not. Tot. What's the password? Here's a hint. The password is a numeric code. You have no idea. The second number is 9. Oh, no. Don't make me do it. I thought it was gonna be a word. I do think that's Sumireko. I was actually gonna complain about it, but the more I thought about it, the more I realized that Sumireko, look, my favorite number is 0. Well, congratulations to your favorite number. The more I think about it, Sumireko's, there are 4 digits, 3 of the 4 digits are the same number. The third number is 9. What? Do the rest yourself. Oh, God. Hold on, I'll get it. Sumireko's reaction to yokai is exactly what I'd expect from a character like that, so I actually don't think that the way she reacts to it is that strange at all. But I also think that's what makes Kozuzu so interesting, is because the circumstances of her upbringing would make her afraid of yokai, but she became curious of them more than anything, right? Whereas in Sumireko's case, that shit just don't exist in her world, so when she finally, like, saw a tanuki, she was like, yo, that's sick. And I would probably feel the same. Now, I can't say for sure because I've never met a tanuki, or a baka tanuki, whatever you prefer. So I don't know how I would react. It also depends how scary they look, because Mamizo is not that scary when you look at her. She's a tall lady with a big tail and then glasses and short hair. If I saw that, I'd be like, yo, nice tail, right? Like, that's... The first number is 9. So, the password is obviously 9. The last number is 9. So it's 9 something 99. 9, it's probably 9099, huh? 9099, alright. I got it. Stupid password, by the way. Whatever, though. Holy wag. Why you look like a big squirrel? I'm not trying to die, fam, alright? Now, I'm able to put 2 and 2 together, and if I say something like that, I'm not gonna be in a good spot. 9099. What? Wasn't the third digit a 9? Okay. Whatever. I thought the first guy said the third digit was a 9. That's why I was confused. I don't understand. Alright, Zenzola next. Good. Talk to him again? Fuck no, I already got the password in. I don't care. Alright, here we go. This says device is indestructible, you can't destroy it. Now I'm gonna stop you. Alright, okay, Zinzolin, what do you say, dude? Oi, oi, oi. Mantine? Lame. I love a Porygon, right? Half-Life? Yeah, I did. Ooh, catch this discharge. Very good, very good. Hey, Lamau. That's the good stuff. Victory bell. Recognize beam it. We're fine, we're fine. Now here's a question, chat. Is there any character you think should get like, not their own work, because Zun wouldn't make like their own work, but it'd be nice if some characters got like a little short story or something to explain more of their character. Like, is there anything you ever really wanted to know about a character that hasn't really been explored? And you just want to see Zun make a little short story about it? I know a lot of characters fit that mold, but... Skunk Tank is making noises. You intend to continue stuff to the other warp panel. Keep in mind you're going to get beaten up if you do. Okay. Oh, there he is. Welcome. I was asked by an acquaintance to help with his research. What I desire is to bring out the entirety of Pokemon potential. If I can accomplish that, I don't care what it takes. If it means the strength must be brought up by the interactions between Pokemon and trainers, then so be it. If it means you have to use a merciless approach like Team Plasmas and force out other Pokemon's power, then so be it. And yes, if the entire world is destroyed as a result, then so be it. That aside, the reason I have been traveling all over Unova and battling many Pokemon trainers is because I was testing the viability of this approach to bring out the full strength of Pokemon. In that respect, you've done an amazing job. Well now, tell me if you have the answer I desire or not. If you're ready, come at me. I love this guy. This is such a good character. They've created the ultimate waft. Oh, he won't let me through. Okay. Let me just make sure I'm healed up. Oh, I don't actually need to be. Yamame and her architecture work and candy making. I agree with you. I would like to see more information on what she does in the underground, as opposed to just hanging out. I want to know how she sells her candy, who she sells it to, who is buying her candy, how many people know how her candy's made, and what kind of architecture work she's doing. I would like to see... I would like a story on Mistia's daily evening workday, or work evenings. She showed up a few times in her stall for sure, but I would love a little day in the life of like Mistia, right? Because you know, Mistia's in a band, she runs a stall, she's got a whole busy life going on. I gotta wonder what that's like. Anyway, chat, I'm afraid I'm gonna have to edge you here for a second, but I'll be right back. Alright, I'm here. I'm good, I'm good. Alright. Looks like you're ready then. Okay. Let us begin. Antoinette. Oh, that might be a problem. We're just gonna, we're just gonna listen to this banger. I'll resume conversation when we're good. I promise. But I really, really like this theme. It really pressed amnesia and now it's unkillable. Ice Beam's only ×2. He's rock grass, not grass ground. Whoa. Another ice beam shot. Rock is neutral to ice. Nice. Nice. Rock is neutral to electric and ice, which makes it's always confused me as a kid, that's for sure. Shifter. Why do all of your Pokemon have a weakness to Ice Beam? Well, actually, you're fucking dead to Signal Beam. Down she goes. Bro. I just have an answer. Aflac is the answer to everything on the team. Every one of his Pokemon loses this matchup. It had an air balloon? It was ready. Duck, duck, dodge, baby. More psyched than I've ever been. Argo. And they love wasting their time with those moves. Grudge. It's fine. He might have sent his ace in earlier and I didn't notice. Because I'm pretty sure he had a Pokemon that was level 58. And she's done. This is what it means to draw forth the power hidden in your Pogies. So strong, you're a very strong trainer indeed, so let me ask you this. Are you thinking of reaching even higher heights by understanding each other as Pokemon and trainer? Yeah, sure. I see. To me, that is an ideal answer. Think. That's what you actually believe. You bring up the power of your Pokemon with respect and love. Excuse me for repeating myself, but if it will make Pokemon stronger, I don't care what it takes. If interacting with Pokemon can increase their power only to a certain point, then their full strength must be brought out using a scientific approach, even one without a conscience. But you have shown me the potential of your approach. To me, whether Team Plasma wins or whether you will win will decide how the relationship between people and Pokemon should be. So where will this be settled? Step on the warp panel on the other side of the room where Kyurem is being held. Good luck in your battle. That's what makes this character so interesting, is that he is 100% committed to his own goals, even though they, they're arguably pretty scary to think about there. It's like, I want to bring out the ultimate potential in Pokemon, even if it requires inhumane methods. And it's like, oh shit, alright, he's serious. We're not playing a game. That's why I respect him as a character. Because he's not written as a good guy or a bad guy, but he's just a character who's true to his own beliefs. Which, you know, the whole theme of Black and White is truth versus ideals, right? And I think Colress is one of the best examples of a character who is very much true to his ideals. Alright. Let me through, please. What, you beat Colress? I pretended to be strong. I don't have any Pokemon. At least he was honest about it. Poor fucker. Just get mercy there. There you go. As flawed as a mindset it is. Yeah. I wouldn't even say it's necessarily a, like, massively flawed mindset. It's just... He's more about... He's one of those people that the end justifies the means kind of thing. So, like, you know, he's willing to go as far as... He's willing to go to great lengths for his goals, which is dangerous, of course, but, like, you gotta respect the grind, I suppose. That blasted Colress. Well, he lost, dude. What's he gonna do? The fool is far too committed to pure science. This is how he repays me for making him the boss of Team Plasma. How dare he put his personal intellectual curiosity before our ultimate mission of conquering Unova? How did those two even, like, know each other? How fortunate for you get to be the sole audience members of one of my speeches. Team Plasma will use its knowledge and technology to take Kyurem's true power to its absolute limit and freeze the Unova region. The terrified people of Pokemon will bow to Team Plasma's. No. My feet. Yeah! Yes! Kyurem is an empty being, the remnants of a certain Pokemon when it's split into Reshiram and Zekrom. My desire is absolute rule of Unova. That's right, Kyurem will be the vessel into which my desires will be poured. What gets us Kyurem has been transferred. It's finally here. The wonderful era in which I am the absolute ruler of Unova has finally arrived. I'll let you take care of this. He likes slamming his cane. He needs to make some intimidating. Wait, you're one of the Shadow Triad, right? Tell me about the Purloin that was stolen in Aspetia. Very well, this might be it. I stole this Pokemon 5 years ago in Aspetia, so it seems likely that it is the Pokemon you're talking about, but now it only listens to my commands. Such is the fate of Pokemon that are trapped in Pokeballs. What? Don't mess with me, that's someone else's Pokemon. Ah, I feel sorry for Pokemon. They're ruled by Pokeballs and the whims of their trainers. Lord Getsus spoke of Pokemon liberation 2 years ago simply for his own ambitions, but if his plan had succeeded, many Pokemon would have been saved. This Liepard, well, you knew it as a Purloin. If it had been released, it might have returned to you. Well then, you there, I won't let you interfere with Lord Getsus' plans. So just randomly the Shadow Triad dude has it. I wouldn't say ruling the country is low goals. You know, he works his way up, right? He works his way up. First America, then the world, right? It's a two-step plan. You just have to understand that before you get to the second step, you gotta take one step at a time, right? But Getsus is an impatient man, so he's only got one extra step there. And there you go. Ava dog. Fire Fang? That's fine. You're dead. This is why you don't +2 a Machamp. Developer? The hilarity of the situation is I actually cannot fight a Pelipper with this Pokemon. That is unfortunate. Nah, Jocker needs brighter green. Purple and green is the color of the Jocker and the color of Ava, which, when you think about it... Uh-oh. Pelipper doesn't look too bad. But it's still a Pelipper. You're not done yet. What? Shit. Can you defeat all 3 of us? Growl. Sorry, the situation's messing with my head. I just don't know what to do. Finally found my sister's Pokemon, but now it's glaring at me. Why? I feel bad for Hugh. Because, you know, I laugh at his character a little bit because he's so one-dimensional. But at the same time, in this exact situation, like, he's actually having a moment of like, oh shit, now what? We swore to be loyal to little Getsu since he saved us. I would love to know what he did for these 3 ninja boys, that they now serve him, like, unconditionally. Not much water-based yokai. You say not much, but try one. Wagasagi Hime might be the only one. The characters who live on the Misty Lake are fairies, right? Oh yeah, I guess there's Kappa. There's the Kappa, they live in the river. And the Tori's like the sole representative. But Marasa counts, yeah. Marasa counts. But, well, do Kappa live? Kappa lived in the river, right? Marasa is a ghost who sinks ships, so, you know, she's familiar over the water. She has a lot of affiliation with the water, but she herself is not, like, living in the water. How do I fight Woo? I actually don't know how to fight this thing. Why do I not have an I don't have an answer. She is a yokai, yes. If she wasn't a yokai, then she probably wouldn't, Byakunin probably wouldn't have approached her. She's a spirit that sinks boats with a ladle. And the lore is that you can, you know, if you give them a ladle with an empty bottom, they won't be able to sink your boat, but they'll keep trying, and they won't succeed. But Marasa is so powerful that even with a ladle like that, she can still sink your boat. Which, by the way, you can see it on her character design. She keeps it on hand, a little wooden ladle that has no bottom. It's on her person at like all times. She also carries a giant fucking anchor as well, so she's well equipped. Ebisu, she's a jellyfish. Yes and no. At the same, like she's kind of like a jellyfish, but she's like the child of Izanagi or Izanami, right? So she's I don't think she really qualifies as a jellyfish, but there's definitely an aspect of her that is close to, like, close enough to that. That's why she's the jellyfish spirit in 17, but she's a weird one. And you're dead. Maybe I should have switched. Maybe I should have switched. It's too late to think about that now, though. I don't even know what happened over here. I think I got Giga impacted. Yeah, she's one of the 7 fortune gods. She's a stillborn child of Izanagi and Izanami. I'm honestly not sure where the jellyfish part comes from, though. But, like, she kind of looks like a jellyfish, I guess. There's a spirit stuck at the Sanzu. I know that, yeah. Because apparently in Japanese lore, if you die as a child, you're just forced to hang out by the Sanzu River and build rock towers. And then spirits come over and knock them down, and then you start again. And there's like no lesson to it at all. It's just some kind of eternal damnation punishment to children who die before their parents or some shit like that. And it's like, why? Iron Head. Bro, what? I didn't know you could learn that. Alright, earthquake. It's a specific type of jellyfish that's essentially immortal. I know what you're talking about because I'm pretty sure I've seen that before. There's a jellyfish that is essentially immortal, right? And I think they were going to, I don't know if anything really happened with it, but I think they were going to try to use it for stem cell experimentations. Because, it was basically a jellyfish that was constantly, it continues to live because it's constantly going through, like, it's constantly, I don't know the best way to say this, I really don't, but I know exactly what you mean, because I've seen this jellyfish, well, I haven't seen it personally, but I've seen what you're talking about before. Jellyfish that can revert back to a newborn state and grow again after dying. That's crazy. No, it's not Benjamin Button. It doesn't age backwards, but it seems like it can just reincarnate, essentially. Which is like, oh, shit. Punishment since you're not allowed to die before your parents, since you're supposed to serve them once they get older, some twisted shit like that. Well, I gotta feel bad for the poor kid who got cancer at the age of 4, right? Like, what the fuck? The kid didn't do anything wrong, and then he dies of illness, and then he goes to the river, and Komachi's like, hey, touch rocks. Like, what do you do? What are you gonna do, fight her? She just told you to kick rocks. But not kick rocks, because she told you to build rocks, and then she's gonna kick rocks. And it's like, wow, this is eternal damnation. Seems great. I don't get it, man. It's confusing. Alright, let's go. One more time. Beautiful. Mallory. This might work. I'll fly away now. Scream Bull. Bark. Payback. I'm dead! But could you imagine? Can you imagine getting reversal by a Gramble and dying as a Dragonite? Wouldn't tell that one to my friends. I don't know the age exactly for the kids that are punished, but like, what are they gonna do? Kill their parents? Like, they can't do that because by the time they meet them, that means everybody is passed on, right? It's a confusing story with no moral. Good turn. And I wonder why that's the case, but that seems to be what Ebisu is doing down there as well. She just exists down there to stack rocks, and then the characters in 17 all show up and knock it over, and she's like, you bastards, why'd you do that? It's like, oh, no. Did Gramble even learn reversal? No, probably not. That would require to be a good Pokemon. Oh. Speaking of good Pokemon. Yeesh. The moral of the story is don't die, forehead. It's true. It sounds like a shitpost, but like the whole punishment factor of it is really fucking stupid and asinine, and it's like you might as well be the moral of the story. Oh, I got played. The only Gen 2 mon who can learn reversal is Heracross? Why? I didn't think it was that good. Dude, this fight is not going too great. It's part fighting. No. I know why Heracross can learn reversal. I don't understand why Heracross is the only one that can learn reversal. Are you saying Hitmontop can't? Really? How does Hitmontop not learn reversal? Get in there, boob. Oh, right, there are toxic spikes out there. I know it's a bulky water. What just happened? Excuse me? That hit? Huh? I didn't know that. I didn't know that no guard went through that. Yeah, it has no guard, but I didn't know it hit through dig. What the fuck? The only thing we want is the world of what Lord gets us to desires. That was a good fucking shot, I'll give her that, but like I didn't know that did that. That could happen for fly and dive as well. What about Phantom Force? I mean, it's probably the same, right? I did not know that. Because moves like Swift can't hit, right? Or maybe that changed. I don't know. That's fucking weird, bro. Straight fucking wild, mate. She caught a boob. Gen 8 added Pichu, Shuckle, and Miltank and Entei. You telling me Shuckle can learn Reversal? Every character on this team has personality, except Bibarel. Bibarel is pathetic. Everybody else, though, this is an award-winning squad. Monkey. Time for a fight. I didn't know you could learn that. Holy shit. I didn't know it could learn that. I had no idea that it could learn that. Of course, it was a crit too, so... Three. Poop Clown is still here. That's because Poop Clown is a G. Poop Clown was one of the best captures I got in the entire game, which is saying something because he's next to a... He's standing next to a Dragonite and a Metagross. Leafeon. I've been killed by this before. What are your abilities again? Isn't it like Leaf Guard? It ain't Chlorophyll though, so I'm not scared of that. Ah! Heat more. You have an air balloon too? Okay. Wait, Sunny Day's up. This has evolved into a problem. Oh, time waster. Shihakaze. Flamethrower. That might kill me. Sunlight's gone. Ride the waves. Poop Clown summer season. Woo! Plasmon, give it here. Why you? I hate you. Scared of Hydro Pump. Scared of that too. Send light. Oh, try attack. It's gonna hit me. Please just like paralyze me and get it over with. I don't want to get frozen or burned, or I'm never gonna get through this. Bullet punches I'm gonna kill. Do it again. Mega Drain. Mega Drain. Okay. No problem. No problem. No, I don't. I see. Does that answer my truth? Even that's your answer, don't give up. The reason you're so strong is you treat your Pokemon with respect and love. Excuse me, BMI. Okay, yes, so no matter what. I like how you tell him no, and he's like, no, no, don't give up. You're doing great. Super supportive. I've received more support from the bad guys than the good guys. What's left? There should just be the legendary battle. Still not quite sure how that's gonna work. The Getsus fight, and then I'm pretty sure once that's taken care of, the game's just gonna tell me to go right to the Elite Four, which I'll do that. I could do that easy. How do teleporters even work in Pokemon? How do teleporters work in general? Like, isn't there an extreme danger of materializing onto someone? Like, you ever see that episode of SpongeBob? What? You ever see that episode of SpongeBob where Sandy is like, I made a teleporter, and SpongeBob's like, I'm gonna be late to work, teleport me to work. And she does. And then, like, Squidward puts his arm out, and then SpongeBob rematerializes over Squidward's arm, and it's like, uh-oh, that's not supposed to happen. And then, yeah, their DNA gets all mixed up, and then they turn to Squidbob Tentacle Pants, and it's like, yeah, horrifying. Teleportation, baby. Because the whole idea of teleportation is deconstruction and reconstruction, yeah? That's how it works. But when you reconstruct something around other things, then it becomes a problem, right? I don't know the science behind it, because teleportation is not something that's ever been done, right? What happened to the Pokemon colors? If anyone has a link, they can provide it, but there is a randomizer you can find. It's pretty easy to find. You can just Google color randomizer. There's a randomizer that works for all the DS games, where you can just randomize the color palette, and you can make it extreme, you can keep it like moderate, you can keep it like within, you can keep Pokemon type themed color wise. There's quite a few different variations to it, and this is the first time I'm trying it out myself, and I really like it. So I figured it would just be cool to see the game, what the game spits out palette wise, and there have been a lot of really nice designs for them, and some of them look like Clown Vomit. And again, it works for all the DS games. So you can use it with Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Diamond Pearl Platinum, and Black and White 2. And honestly, I'm probably gonna use it again in the future because a lot of the different alts that I've seen for Pokemon have looked really fucking nice, and it's kind of a refreshing change of pace from, you know, the usual. Also, Artillery just tried to hit me with ice. Ooh, I'm dying again. Yep. Hoboken. I should have known. Well, I couldn't really do anything at that point. I was in the air when he used to Ice Beam. I forgot that Octillery learns that move naturally for some reason. Who should I switch into against the firefighting type? There we go. For some reason, Black 2's colors look a lot better than White 2's colors. However, there was one instance where White 2 produced like the nicest looking Dragonair I've ever seen. So even though Black 2 has a majority of the better palettes, that Dragonair from White 2 has been the best one out of everything we've seen so far. Easily. I don't want to be in this situation, so I'm not going to be. There we go. This thought was from utilizing teleportation where electrons in brains don't fire correctly after teleportation. How do we know that? If you dematerialized and rematerialized, would you actually like reconstruct the exact same way you were? Wouldn't you be like super disorientated because you know you're being put back together? It's not like you're gonna be put back together the exact same way, right? Don't ask me, dude. The teleported rats, you know. The rat move for 10,000? Sounds like you're fucking with me. But they cloned a goat, right? That's like the one instance of cloning that has actually happened. They cloned a goat. What was her name? Susie or something? There was a sheep? Was it Dolly? There was a sheep. I remember they successfully cloned a single animal. I don't even really remember how they did it. They cloned a sheep called Dolly. Oh, I guess he's curing a freeze into a solid, that's all. Why does he want to rule a tundra? I'll return this Pokemon. You can what I guess is about to do. I have no further need of it. Hey, enjoyer. If we let Team Plasma do whatever they want, there'll be more sad Pokemon like Purloin and Kyurem. Yeah. Meow. Have they cloned more than that? As far as I know, the only one I've ever heard about is Dolly. Of course, I don't really go looking at these kinds of things, but I feel like the fact that I know about Dolly and nothing else means that I don't know if they've ever replicated that level of success, right? Gene insertion. Well, the idea of the clone is it's like a exact copy, right? So they would need to produce your genetic material in the exact same way. But I have no idea how they go about doing that. It all sounds like a bunch of pseudo-science to me. Anyways, I'm gonna go out back and fill Bigfoot with my potato, and then I'm gonna get probed by an alien. Yeah. My gun stop. Turn up the reverb. I can't turn reverb up. I can't go that way. There's so much here I can't see. They clone cows, apes, mice, some other animals successfully. The pigs get cloned for scientific purposes regularly. Oh, okay. Neat. So this is where Kyurem is originally, and now there's an additional opening in here. You use a nucleus from a body cell and put it inside an empty egg and then hit it with an electric current. That's weird. I don't understand how that works or what that really does. But wouldn't a clone have a one-to-one genetic code? Isn't that what makes it a clone? Otherwise it would just be a different person, right? But a clone would be... The giant chasm, this is the spot where Kyurem's power resonates. And here Kyurem can use the full extent of his power and easily cover all Unova and ice. Come. Skunk. Continue to haunt me, just one. That unpleasant look in your eyes reminds me of it. That aside, this is my gift, showing my respect for making it this far. I'll freeze you solid right here so you can watch my glorious ascent. He tried to kill me. Kyurem glaciate. Yeah, wow, Getza straight up tried to kill me. A clone wouldn't be exact because it wouldn't have the same memories. That's true. That's true, but are memories part of genetic information? Zekrom Fusion Bolt. Holy shit, I almost just fucking died. But I am stone-faced. It's like I knew I wasn't gonna die. So you came, the freak without a human heart. And I'd argue he's the only person with a fucking human heart because he cares about the animals, dude. Dude, they're bobbing in sync. Here, Zekrom told me Kyurem is suffering. I feel my old self suffering. I can't allow selfish humans to make Pokemon suffer. And I like Unova. It's the place that taught me how to live as a human. It's the place that made me notice the harmony between Pokemon and humans living together. I will protect the Pokemon and humans who live here. That was an Absol, I think. Excellent, that was a moving expression of your determination, so the education I provided you, King, wasn't a complete waste then. But I still haven't forgotten that even though I was kind enough to feed you when you lived in the forest, Pokemon and take you in and care for you, and any you were selfish and disrupted my plans, I was supposed to use your abilities to rule Unova. But I'll forgive you for that as well. Zekrom, what you were kind enough to bring to you can shatter ice, now that you saved me the work of searching for it. Well, actually, I knew you'd appear if we fired ice missiles into Opelucid, and you noticed the change. That's an ugly formula, it won't work. Okay. Oh, but it will. If I use these. The DNA splicers. Yeah, Gulpin's the other one, I believe. Humans are resilient in the anime. They can take, like, thunderbolts and flamethrowers and be okay. I'm sorry, was that the DNA splicer? It looked like an egg. So I've never seen this before, because I always played the other one. Talk about a real pain in the neck. Here we go. Now he fires grapple lasers. Kirby lasers, dude! Kirby lasers! Cheap boss. That's undodgeable. That's bullshit. That is not good design. This isn't fusion. This is as much as fusion as Super Boo eating you is. That's what this is. Zekrom, you've turned into an egg. Kyurem, absorb Zekrom. Use Abso-fusion. That's not a real fucking move. What is Abso-fusion? Absorb. Oh, that's not a real move, dude. Don't eat it. That's not mouth candy. Spit it out. It's like when your dog puts something in your mouth and you're like, what are you eating? And then they try to run away with it. Now I gotta chase Kyurem around the giant cave. Can't let him put the magic rock in his mouth. And now he is Kyurem Black. The Ice Dragon type with pulsating biceps that cannot learn Ice Punch. Well, I think he can now, but at the time, he could not. This Pokemon's weak point is cutting its power supply. I never would have believed that Pokemon could fuse together. There was a formula like this. You fool, last time I was going to use you to capture people's hearts and minds to rule them, but this time I'm simply going to use overwhelming power and rule with an iron fist. You understand? If you had simply become king, Unova would have remained beautiful. Just good, yeah, give him the old Boo shit, right? Just turn him into candy and eat them, gain their power. Boo ate the entire fucking human race and he gained the power of like, you know, like one power level, because humans on planet Earth are like worth nothing, but at the same time, the strongest people in the entire universe live on Earth. It's like, what happened there? This time no one will save you, but to make things interesting, I'll give you a chance. Let's see if you can stop this, Kyurem. Yes, your Pokeballs are trembling. Could your Pokemon be shaking with rage? No, that's not possible. Simple tools don't have emotion or thought. Common challenge here, just so you know, catching it is impossible. My cane emits signals that disrupt the function of all Pokeballs. I would love that technology. It's faint, but I can hear my friend. I can hear Zekrom's voice. It says if they can be separated again. I beg you, please save my friend. Come now, if I want to see your face the moment you lose all hope. Battle to protect Unova. It's wasted on a bit player like you. Lose and go down in flames. I just love how absolutely awful this dude is. Why he die? You were actually my best Pokemon for this. You know that? Do I have any revives? I do. How many potions have I picked up on the ground? At least one. Pokeballs don't work, so I can't catch them, but I can open my Pokeballs and also bring my Pokemon back and you know, just don't worry about it. Okay, don't worry about it. You're asking too many questions. You wouldn't want to talk to human resources, would you? Bazookurum. Wait, I forgot. It was a skunk tank. I forgot it was a skunk tank and not a Kyurem. Absorb fusion. Turn into a skunk. Oh, easy clap. Uh-oh. Stinky. That was Absol, right? Kyurem and Zekrom were separated. I can't believe it. The black Kyurem I went to all the trouble of preparing. How irritating. Now I have to go recapture Kyurem, don't I? But first I'll take down this disgusting trainer with my own hand. This time I will succeed. No matter what they try, no one will be able to stop me. I love this guy's theme. It's really good. He's Antoinette too? He's so angry. He's such a good villain though. Let's see. I like this theme way more than the black and white one theme. Like the way I saw it in Black and White 1, his theme is a lot more slow and intimidating, and it gives like him an air of you know, that kind of air to him that's like, oh shit, right? But I was expecting exactly that kind of move. But in this game, there's absolutely no facade in his ambition at all. He 100% is clear what he wants to do. Everybody knows it, and there's no bullshit. So now his theme reflects that. There's no intimidating aura. There's no what's it called? Ruse, no facade. It's just, he's made it perfectly clear what he wants to do and he's going to do it, and his theme reflects that very well. I think this theme is great. I like the other theme though, but I think this theme is very, very good. I think it does a good job portraying the character. Blue Phalant. I don't know what they're saying. I'm pretty sure they're supposed to be saying Getsus, but all I hear is Dennis. Oh, you gotta go. Ah! So I'll be the first to say I did not know it learned that. And yeah, I just didn't know. He didn't know. Lol. He doesn't know. They're saying Jesus. His Japanese name in the melody that calls the devil's note. Ooh. I didn't know that. That's intriguing. Just rammed you sideways. I'd assume so. Why do all of your Pokemon hurt me? Whatever. Oh! Jesus, it sure is boring around here. They didn't even change his name in Germany? Oh, wow, really? Okay. Did I battle you? No, I didn't. Yo, Megananium. Meganium. Is it do a KO? Wait, you're a grass type. Oh, never mind, you're good. It's a negative coloration. That's a zombie ambipom. Why can you even learn Nasty Plot? What is this monkey planning? Now, I'm gonna be real with you, I actually don't like, I like Ambipom as a Pokemon. I like the idea behind it, and I like the, I like what it does, but I absolutely fucking hate its haircut. I hate it. I wish it had a better head. Its head pisses me off. Spamo's only not learn any higher power physical ice moves. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to learn Icicle Crash, and I don't know if that's via move tutor or if he just hasn't gotten the level yet. I assume it's the former because I'm level like 56, but no, he has only learned Ice Shard, and I evolved him at the earliest possible level I could, which was one level after I got Piloswine because I needed a hard skill to relearn Ancient Power. So I'm assuming if I want to get Icicle Crash, I need to relearn it. I didn't even give him... I never actually bothered to get rid of Ancient Power for Rock Slide. Wow, I'm an idiot. Oops. Zombie monkeys would be terrifying. Allow me to introduce you to a little game called Resident Evil 0, where that is exactly what was in the game. And they were annoying. Imagine zombie dogs, but, like, harder to hit. I was gonna say, if he just magically learned Icicle Crash there, that would have been hilarious timing. Ancient Power is hype though. You know what? I have used it on more than one occasion. I'm still packing Icy Wind too, so there's always, you know, there's always room for something. I really hate fighting water types. I don't have a plan for them. Why is there sand? I don't know. It's fine. There's enough time to... I think there's enough time to get this. Icicle Crash is an egg move. Really? That seems really weird that they wouldn't be a move you can just learn. Then again, Weavile is the same way. Weavile and Sneasel prior to some generation, I don't remember which one, their only way to get Ice Punch was by egg move. The only other move that they learned, besides Ice Shard, was Icicle Crash. It's really weird to me that they didn't learn Ice Punch naturally. It's like, you know, they look like they would, right? Why wouldn't that Pokemon learn Ice Punch? I would believe it learned Ice Punch over Icicle Crash any day of the week. And sure, Icicle Crash is stronger and causes flinching, but accuracy is poopy butts if it's not 100. Alright, see you later. I need to go heal. You know, as far as Resident Evil lore goes, I don't think there was any creatures that weren't, like, immune to the T-virus, right? Like, crows were affected by it, dogs were affected by it, monkeys were affected by it, bats were affected by it. Were snakes affected by it? I would assume the snakes were affected. Well, of course they were, because fucking yawn. I was thinking the little snakes that appear on the way to the guest house. Fucking yawn exists, obviously. Sharks are affected by it. There doesn't seem to be any creature who is immune to the T-virus. You know, I really like that about the old Resident Evil games. That a lot of the bosses were just mutated animals, right? But somewhere down the line, they became flesh golems. And to be fair, Lisa Trevor was a pretty big fucking flesh golem. Let's be real there. You could argue Tyrant's a flesh golem too, but to be honest, I'm not really sure what was going on with him. But like in Resident Evil 0, the bosses, there was a giant scorpion, a giant bat, a giant centipede. Oh, and then there was I guess Marcus, which he turned into a giant flesh golem. Never mind. Never you fucking mind, mate. Don't worry about it. Cockroaches. Oh yeah, I guess spiders were affected by it. But the leeches were like a different experiment or something like that, because the leeches were only in Resident Evil 0 and it was Marcus's research. I don't remember exactly if I'm pretty sure, because I know Wesker and Birkin, they killed Marcus and stole his research, right? So I think whatever the virus he was working on was the one that kind of gave way to the T-virus, right? Is that how it was? And then, you know, the T-virus, or was his research stolen for the G-virus? I'm a little crusty on my details here, but I know that Marcus was assassinated for his research, and the leeches don't exist outside of Resident Evil 0 because they're pretty much all taken out by Rebecca and Billy. There's Gulpin. Alright, we've seen all this before, so Gulpin is gonna try and kill me. By the way, the leech enemies are one of the worst enemies in the entire series. They're fucking abysmal to deal with. I'm glad they didn't exist outside of that game. Hate them. But yeah, Marcus turns to a giant, scary leech monster. Blue flare. And then the final boss. Well, the final boss is Marcus, but Tyrant Zero exists in that game. He's just like a shittier tyrant. Leeches were the worst in Umbrella Chronicles. Dude, I have no idea where you're supposed to shoot them. I really don't. I think the head's the weak point, but I just gotta press the button and hope they die first. Giant blocks of tofu. Listen, Tofu is a fucking hero. He ran through the police station with only a knife. Got through Tyrant, plant monsters, everything. Speaking of that, though, Hunk is actually, like, unironically one of my favorite characters from the entire series. Just because he's so goddamn cool. He just part of the Umbrella Special Ops team. He gets knocked out by Birkin mutation. He gets up and he's like, extraction point, 3 minutes. And then he just runs through all that nonsense and gets out. And I love the dialogue between him and the helicopter pilot in RE2. Where he's like, you got 3 minutes to get out before the missiles hit. And then he's just like, and then the helicopter dude's just like, I gotta go. And Hunk's like, if you gotta go, then go. This is war. Survival is your responsibility. And it's like, oh, he's so cool. Oh, he's so cool. He's a real hunk. Like, the character pretty much only exists in... He exists from the RE2 bonus minigame. He's just a dude he's just a dude who's part of Umbrella Special Ops, and people, like... People loved him. People really loved him. I like him a lot. He got a few... he got to be in Mercenaries for RE4 and Mercenaries 3D. He was fun to play. He was great, too. He had the best melee attack of the entire game because he could snap necks. And the snap neck is an insta-kill without breaking their head, so you don't have to worry about Las Plagas. It's very, very, very good. And then Operation Raccoon City, he made a cameo there. He was present in, like, the first mission, but you didn't actually get to play as him. Helicopter pilot is one of the worst jobs you can have in the rest of the universe. I wouldn't say it's the worst job, I'd just say it's the one that seems to have the greatest risk. Unless you're the guy who flew in and got Hunk out of there. I wanted to beat Mr. Death. Dude's mad cool, no matter how you split it. He's probably cool just because there's so little about him. And he only exists to, you know, for the mission. For the sake of the mission. That's a gulp, and I'm gonna kill it. Alright, get ready. Here we come. I'm on the way. I'm gonna get you. Wow. Cure him! Gulp it. Bye-bye, Gulpin. And he's gone. And he's dead. Wingle has separated. That's a big Wingle. I'm ready. Jimmy! Sailor Jimmy. Oh, that Roserade is not looking good. So that Roserade is probably gonna press Leaf Storm, and it's not gonna be good. So I would like to not be a part of it. You know what, actually I could have gone to Medic Rose, would have been way better. But if he uses Toxic Spice, I'll just switch to that. Oh, we're good. Jimmy is not a very threatening name, though. No problem. We're good, no problem, no problem. Camera. Not bad. I have Aqua Tail for this. $55. Okay. Code Kiss. Yeesh, my dude. Yeesh. Fly on up out of there. Goodbye. Sky Attack? Ah, nuts, dude. I'm dead. Oh. Now when I come back to that, you're gonna get an earful of Dennis. Alright, back here we go. Who wins this matchup? He used Swords Dance. I'm actually afraid of getting outsped and straight up fucking murdered. Sky Attack is recoil. It's not supposed to, no. Did he take life orb damage? Because there's no way he should have lost HP unless he had a life orb there. Oh, I'm faster than it. Okay. Bye. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Oh shit, this guy again. Why do they? Dude, he's just using Alder's team. It's not fair. They all know Swords Dance. I can't keep up. If this doesn't kill him, I'm dead. Again. Oh god fucking damn it, Jesus Christ. Why? Why you do? This fight is kicking my ass. Okay. Peep this. Marissa is weak. I'm gonna put her back. Put her back on the bench press after that fight. She blew it. Yeah, it has a life orb. Float cell. Are you kidding me, dude? This is like the 4th float cell today. You're faster than me! I'm dead again! No! Okay. No problem, bruh. No problem. He's got like real Pokemon and movesets here, and it's beating me up. Not good. All right. Now that's what I like to see. Ooh, catch this. Whoosh. Wait a minute. No, don't do that. No, don't. Oh, never mind. No. Oh, there's the real good music of the fight right there. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, there it is. Oh, fuck yes! Fucking Snorlax! My Machamp is dead! Get in there. It's time for the Holy Father. The Snorlax has gotta be the ace. It's level 58. You gotta be fucking kidding me. That is... What? Why can't you do anything right? I don't understand what your malfunction is, dude. Why can't you fucking do anything? It's gonna be a crab battle over there. This is okay right now, though. Yeah, no crab battle yet. Okay. I didn't expect Barrel to fucking die in one hit. All right, that's so much to ask. Mandibuzz. 55. Chat, did he send out his level 58 one yet? Might be his last. He hasn't sent out yet. He's got like a real fucking team. Do the attack up like in Bullet Punch. He's gonna peel. Yep. was a high roll. He's got one more Pokemon, I know. I'm just wondering if he sent it out earlier and I missed it. Also, he does his cut-in when he's on his last Pokemon, so... Garbiter. Yeah, chat, do you remember what his highest level was? I don't remember. I don't remember which Pokemon's level 58 on the team. Amnesia, that's fine. I have Earthquake. Chat, if you're not paying attention and I'm not paying attention, then what are we even doing here? I did it, I win. He's couldn't have defeated by some random trainer in the middle of nowhere. Oh, you did. How can this be? I'm the creator of Team Plasma. I'm perfect. I'm the absolute ruler who will change the world, and I've lost to some unknown trainer not once, but twice? I can't accept this. That's not possible. I can't be bested by fools who can't even use Pokemon correctly. It's hard to call you this, but... Father, please, I understand. Pokemon are not tools. Pokemon and humans take each other to greater heights. I forgot the music plays here. I forget the music plays here all the goddamn time. There are wonderful partners. Some humans understand this. Why can't you? Shut your mouth. Shut up, shut up, shut up! Don't talk like a person, you freak. No real person could talk to Pokemon. What gets us has lost control. We'll take it from here. Okay? Without Father, Team Plasma is... farewell. On behalf of everyone, thank you. Kyurem is fine. Now it has lost its power, but it will come here again. Wingo! Reshiram says thank you as well. Thank you! That's right, I can talk with Pokemon. Isn't that weird? And on that day 2 years ago, a certain trainer in Alder taught me something. By accepting different ideas, this world creates a chemical reaction. So I met many different Pokemon and people and heard so much. And that's how my world quietly grew bigger. By being with Pokemon, humans can continue towards new horizons. By being with humans, Pokemon can exhibit their true power. That's what Reshiram taught me. The truth for Pokemon and me. How do you think it feels to just travel, like, cross-country with a legendary? This is like the equivalent of a trust fund kid, isn't it? Like, see how I backpacked across the Kanto region with just me, a tent, and the representation of an entire nation's truth. It's like, you just walking around with Reshiram out, dude? Like, what are you doing there? I have a feeling people are going to treat you a lot better when they see you're hanging out with a big old fire dragon back there, you know? Someday both truth and ideals will come together, then Pokemon and humans will be free from the oppression of Pokeballs. You! What are you and your Pokemon striving for? You should head to the Pokemon League and put your truth to the test. I wonder if he says ideals in black too. The plasma ship flew away. Is it over? No! I suppose you have to be the one who decides when it's over. More importantly, you rescued Kyurem from Team Plasma, right? You're really something. I'm gonna make sure Purloin gets back to my sister. Still can't take it out of the Pokeball yet, though. What are you gonna do? You said go to the Pokemon League. That's a good idea. I mean, now you're the strongest in Unova, right? Go prove it. You remember when we first met up in the Giant Chasm? You follow the path from there, it goes out to Route 23, Victory Road, and Pokemon League was just past there. He just left his cane behind. So where do you think Getsus went? There's not enough... I want more explanation on him as a character, because he's a pretty fucking evil character. You know, I don't think a character has to be really explained. They can just be evil for the sake of being evil. But, like, I really want to know why he is the way he is, right? Alternate universe purple. Okay, okay, okay. Has the ice melted? Yeah, shit's pretty fucked. You got Mind Crushed. Mind Crush is supposed to make you see the error in your ways, though. So now I have to go to the Victory Road. He became mentally incapable of committing any more crimes. I think that's what all we get. Did he say that? He just said he became unstable. I thought it just meant he got really angry and couldn't respond at the moment. You think he fucking snapped because he lost to me in a Pokemon battle? Someday I'll figure out where it is I need to go. When that day comes, you'll be the first to know. Rainbow Rocket had villains from the universes that they succeeded, yes. So they also had their box art legendaries. Give me the reset flash. So I don't really know how it worked the way it did, but they did they invited he ended up getting them all together, and they all had their they all succeeded in their plans, which is interesting because that means, Cyrus succeeded, Getsus succeeded, that makes sense. But what I don't understand is Maxie and Archie succeeded in their plans as well. But the whole thing about them is that you didn't really stop their plans, you stopped the aftermath of their plans. But they realized when their plans were in motion that what they did was wrong. So that part doesn't make any sense to me. Sure, I did stop them, but I didn't stop them necessarily from committing their act. I just solved the issue after the fact. So I don't understand why when Maxie awakened... Oh, that's great. When Maxie awakened Groudon and Archie awakened Kyogre, why were they just cool with them submerging the land with a, torrential rain or causing widespread drought? Why were they okay with that in that universe? I don't understand that part. Because it seems like the only difference in the entirety of the universes is the fact that the player character doesn't exist to stop them. That's essentially it, right? I'm curious about Cyrus, because his goal was to create a whole goddamn new universe, right? And Lysander too. Lysander's goal was to wipe out the entirety of Pokemon and the human race, right? So he succeeded as well. So there are universes where they succeeded in their goals, and it's like, holy shit, you know what their objective was, right? Something about Route 22. Yeah, it connects from Giant Chasm. I'm just collecting the items. Ah, Carl, you need to play record. And now I get to do it all over again. Enjoy the ride. Here we go. Alright. I will solve this problem, don't worry. Well, they didn't care about consequences. I just don't understand. The other characters didn't care about consequences at all, but Archie and Maxie realized after the fact that what they did was not correct because they believed in the expansion of the land, expansion to the sea, but they saw the powers of Kyogre and Groudon were too great, and they ended up, either completely flooding the goddamn place or causing a widespread drought throughout spreading from Hoenn and all over the world. So you would think that they would still be like, oh shit, right? And they don't seem to be dedicated to fixing their issue. In fact, I'm not really sure what their reason for being there for Giovanni is to begin with, right? Because Giovanni, brought them all there and they all agreed because they gained some benefit from it. But unless Archie and Maxie were trying to figure out how to fix the world they fucked, which I highly doubt it, because in that case, would they really have just gone along with Rainbow Rocket's plans, right? It's confusing. I don't really get it. That's all. I don't fully understand their motivations as characters because I feel like they're not the same character. And I get that the timelines are different because the villains won in their timelines, but again, the timeline it doesn't really matter for that because they should just be a matter of oh shit, we fucked up, right? Alright, I think this is the way to go. So this should be a rest house. Pokemon not in perfect condition. Take a rest. Nice. The team viewing your Pokemon can go as far as you want. I'm sure they can. Do we even get strength? I don't think so. No. I don't have strength. Never got it. No, the difference is the protagonist didn't exist in universe, but that's the thing, is that the protagonist's existence shouldn't have any impact on Archie and Maxie's own mindset for when they see what they've done. Because that's why Lysander succeeded, that's why they all succeeded, because there was no one there to get in their way. That's why Rainbow Rocket succeeded. They ended up making Mewtwo, and then they managed to get everything together and then recapture it. And there was no Red in that universe to get in their way, so their plans all went off without a hitch. And that was the key divider between all of them. Maybe it's explained in the episode, and it's been too long since I've checked it out. But yeah, that does concern me a little bit. The Rainbow Rocket episode is actually pretty cool, just because it introduces timelines in the overall series where the bad guys did win. Of course, Game Freak is never gonna do anything with that, but just the fact that they even so much is hinted that something like this could even exist is insane to me, right? Because we're talking about fucking Pokemon. Their plans mainly didn't work because they didn't use both orbs to awaken and control them. It was probably the world where they took both orbs to control the legendaries. But if that were the case, they would have both legendaries, right? And the thing about the series is that they're only interested in... They're not interested in both Pokemon, they're only interested in the one that expands the land or the sea, depending on which team it is, right? Did Team Aqua not exist in the... It might be safe to... It's safe to assume that Archie and Maxie aren't from the same universe. They're from different universes each. But does that mean that universe... In those universes, is there no Team Aqua? And vice versa? What is it that could be different about their universes where they have they accomplish their goal and see no issue with it? That's what I'm having trouble figuring out. Because as far as evil team leaders go, they're all pretty fucked up. But Maxie and Archie realize where they went wrong. Whereas the others, they're all pretty unhinged. Frank was in the sewers from the rival. Not sure why you didn't get it though. Really? Sure about that? I don't know. I don't have it though. Throw rocks at it. I just can't think of a reason why I try to beat a dead horse here. Keep repeating myself, but I just don't understand why they can do what they did. Unless it was what if the world they came from was actually in desperate need of an increase in landmass / oceans, right? What about that? So what if in Maxie's Hoenn the world is actually Hoenn's basically an island, right? What about that? And or maybe it's just a matter of being able to properly control a legendary. Maybe it's because both Team Magma and Aqua acted at the same time that when the two awakened, they began fighting instead, and thus turned the whole thing into a problem. But if only one team existed, and let's see Team Magma for example, if Team Magma awakened Groudon, only Groudon, would Kyogre just stay sleeping? And would Groudon not go out of control to throw hands? And then, assuming they were able to, control Groudon, then there you go. Their plan would have succeeded, and there would be no situation where they're like, oh shit, I fucked up, right? never really, you know, I don't really know. Because I don't know. Both, in Hoenn, both the legendaries are awakened at different times. Which leads me to believe that one being awoken doesn't wake the other one up. But when both woke up, they immediately started fighting. But the question is, where did Groudon go before Kyogre woke up, right? Because in Emerald, I'm using Emerald as an example because both of them show up, and this is the important part here. When Groudon wakes up from the volcano, he disappears, right? He's now unknown. And then when Kyogre wakes up, suddenly we get a battle in Sootopolis, right? So where the fuck did Groudon go? Oraz did not have both legendaries in it as part of the main story. Oh, Flamethrower, thank you. Because the way the Cave of Ordeals in Sootopolis is where you're supposed to fight the final boss. Or the final team leader encounter. That's where Groudon and Kyogre are. So obviously it's different because the Sky Tower / Rayquaza is more important to the overall story of Emerald version. Actually, I guess if you look at it like that, Emerald is the only game where they realize the error of their ways, huh? Because in Ruby and Sapphire, they succeed in awakening Groudon and Kyogre, right? And they're resting in the Cave of Origin. And then you stop them before they can do anything with it. Alright, I think I figured it out. I think the problem here is that I was thinking from the perspective of Emerald version as opposed to Ruby and Sapphire. Because Emerald version's where they fuck up. But I actually don't remember what they do at the end of Ruby and Sapphire after you subdue Groudon or Kyogre in the Cave of Origin. Oh, that might kill me. Good, we're good. Rapid dash. I am not faster than that. I don't have the HMs weren't shuffled around now. They shouldn't have been. Because all the HMs are given to me by people, and the people's TMs, the HMs haven't changed. Because I have all the HMs that I'm supposed to have at this point. There we go. Alright. Allow me to backtrack a bit so I can heal. Run, girl, run! Not too much left. This is a weird route. It's a really weird route. Okay. There we go. Wrap her up. 20 hours, 21 minutes. Anti-poo technology. Excellent, okay. Excellent. Close the video game. And now, 2 seconds of Dennis. How's the life work, huh? Alright, I'm actually probably gonna lose. Now that I look at the situation at hand, I am certainly going to lose this fight. See you later, Dennis. Alright, chat. I gotta beat a Snorlax with a critically injured Pokemon. So next time I play... Well, Ruby and Sapphire, it's... The Pokemon that exist, the legendaries, are like they've made the land and the sea, and the enemy team, the team in each game wants to expand one or the other. And in Emerald version, they're both active. And in Ruby and Sapphire, the main team, like Ruby, Team Magma is like the extremist, and Team Aqua is trying to, like they're kind of like the good guys, so to speak. They're trying to stop them, and then it's reverse in Sapphire. But in Emerald, they're both active teams at the same time, so the outcome is a little different. So it makes Emerald a better game. That's all. So, all right, chat. That's it for that. I'm gonna be able to finish this next time. In fact, I'm gonna dedicate the whole stream to it. Come Tuesday. And that leaves us available for Tuhuman soon. I'm really looking forward to that. So first of all, I need to go find out which Pogi is the ace, so I can give that information demo. So it's Snorlax, and then I'll figure it out from there. But yeah, there's about one more stream of this. Again, don't want to rush, but I really, really want to play that expansion, and it's coming soon. It's coming soon.